All right, thank you. Okay, so today we're going to continue our discussion on the paper 1 questions. Okay, we're going to continue with question 14, and then we're going to go. I'm going to try to finish this whole thing by today. So just give me a while. Let me make a few settings first. Let's see. Okay. Screen. Okay. Just let me know if you can see the screen. I think you should be able to see the screen. Okay, now I'm showing you the PowerPoint slide. Can see the screen, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So this is question 14. So previously, we ended up with question 13, which was a question from coordinate geometry. Okay, now in question 14, it is again always very important for us to note which chapter every question is from. Because when you know the chapter, then you know how to, what you need to do lah. Okay, at least you have an idea, okay, dalam bab ini is what lah. Okay, so the keyword for in this question that helps us to identify the chapter is this word locus. Okay, we have the word locus over here. Okay, see the word locus over here. So when you see locus means this is coordinate geometry. And when you hear of the word locus, we think of the formula x2 minus x1, the whole thing squared, okay, plus y2 minus y1, the whole thing squared. Okay, square root now. Okay, the formula for distance between 2 points. Okay, now, so you're given 2 points, which is 8, 0 and 12, 0, and you asked to find the locus of point M. Okay, remember there's always one point, kalau locus, there's always one point where they will not give the coordinate. So we have to assume that the coordinate is x and y. Okay, we always assume that. Always does that one. The coordinates that they give is usually you ganti here, but the main one, this x and y, memang tiada nombor. Okay, and they give you MT to MU is 2 to 1. Okay, so when they give you the ratio like this, what you do is you write the ratio in terms of bahagi. MT divided by MU equals to 2 over 1. Then when you cross multiply, you can get MT equals to 2 MU. Okay, then we slowly use M and T into this formula, and then M and U into this formula. Okay, so this is the important thing lah. So M and T is x and y and 8 and 0. So it will be x minus 8 squared plus y minus 0 squared, the whole thing square root. Okay, equals to 2 M and U. M is x and y, U is 12 and 0. So x minus 12 squared plus y minus 0, the whole thing squared, square root. Okay. Now because ada nombor 2 yang tidak di bawah square root, so when we get rid of the square root, kita hilangkan kedua-dua square root by squaring everything. Kita kasih kuasa 2 semua. So this one dia akan jadi x minus 8, the whole thing squared, okay, plus y minus 0, the whole thing squared, equals to 2 squared will be 4. Okay, this is a very important thing that you should not miss lah. Okay, when we hilangkan dah punca kuasa 2, kita kena kuasa 2 semuanya. Okay, so termasuk nombor yang tidak ada kuasa punca kuasa 2 itu, kita kena kasih kuasa 2. Okay, and then this one be careful lah. Okay, because there's ini originally di bawah punca kuasa, so we have to make sure that we bracket it so that at the last stage baru kita kasih darab semua dengan 4. Okay, now so over here, sorry, bila kamu ganti dengan betul di sini, then you will get 1 mark. Okay, you get 1 mark here for penggantian yang betul. Okay, then when you expand this correctly, okay, you get 1 mark, and then your final answer. So I'm not going to do the entire thing lah. I want you to figure this part out. Okay, lepas saya kembang, dan saya darab dengan 4, dan saya permudahkan. At the end of the day, this is what I will get lah. 3x squared plus 3y squared minus 80x plus 512 equals to 0. So here is 1 mark, here is 1 mark. Okay, so this is the final answer. 3x squared plus 3y squared minus 80x plus 512 equals to 0. So as I mentioned in the previous class, once you ganti dengan betul, and usually the second mark is for expanding correctly lah. But after that, all the long pengiraan kan memang tiada markah itu, sebab that is form 3 kemahiran. Okay, so that is, dia tidak layak lah kalau dia apex kemahiran. So you must make sure lah, okay, that even if you don't get the final answer, try to get the first 2 marks, because it is easy to get. Okay, tinggal kamu kena tahu formula mana satu yang kamu mau pakai. Okay. Now I should mention that locus is a very popular question. Okay, it's commonly asked in paper 1 and also paper 2. Okay, but more common in paper 1. Dia memang lebih banyak ditanya dalam paper 1 lah. Okay, alright. So I'm going to the next question. So next question is looks very strange because they give you a formula yang okay, like okay, weird lah. So, macam pernah nampak tapi dia pernah nampak. But they say that the third quartile of the distribution, okay, is this formula. 30 minus F over G. Okay, on this F, G, L ini kan semua adalah numbers lah. Okay, so numbers yang kita sepatutnya ganti, but we have to know what the value is. Okay, so let's just imbas kembali ya. Third quartile, okay, the formula for the third quartile is the lower boundary of the third quartile plus 3 over 4n minus the cumulative frequency before the third quartile over the frequency of the third quartile, okay, times the class size. Yeah, I know. It's one of the hardest formulas to remember. So, memang sangat banyak lah. Okay, sudahlah. Ini baru third quartile tau, belum lagi median. Median, first quartile, almost the same except that dia punya fahaman lain sedikit. So, how do we approach this question? The first thing you need to know is that there's 40 students altogether. Okay, so the third quartile, the third quartile class, which class is the third quartile? We have to figure out where is the third quartile student. So it's 3 over 4 times 40. This will give you 30. Okay, then you have to campur until you limpas 30. Okay, once you lepas kamu limpas 30 kan, then you know that that particular class is the third quartile class. So originally here is 3 plus 9, 12. 12 plus 14, 26. Belum lagi 30 ini. Okay, 26 plus 12 is 38. So this is the third quartile class. Okay, that means dia punya kumpulan yang ada third quartile saja. But we want to find the actual third quartile. Okay, so since we know the class, then everything here we know already. Okay, so the lower boundary of the third quartile is L equals to 59.5. Sebab nombor paling bawah adalah 60, so the lower boundary is 59.5 lah. Okay, F is the cumulative frequency, kekerapan longgokan before the class median. Before the third quartile class. So this is the class. So before the third quartile class, the cumulative frequency is 26. Okay, so F equals to 26. Now this number down here, okay, which is also known as G, is the frequency of the third quartile class. yang E ni. Okay, so it's 12. So G equals to 12. And then finally you can calculate T. Once you have all this information, you can calculate T. Okay, when you calculate T, you will get 62.83. Okay, so if you notice, this question is 4 marks and there's 4 answers because every answer is 1 mark. Okay, if you get all 4 correct, even if there's no jalan kerja, but you get all 4 correct, you get 4 marks immediately lah. Okay, as I said, this is paper 1, and paper 1 is an objective paper. Objective means if you get the answer correct, then tidak payah saya tengok itu jalan kerja. Okay, but when you get the answer wrong, if you get the answer wrong, then the jalan kerja will help you to get 1 or 2 marks lah. Okay, so but in this question, it is memang 1 markah untuk setiap jawapan. So that even if you don't do the jalan kerja if you don't do the jalan kerja, it's okay. If you do jalan kerja, so get a marker. Okay, because you are expected to know, you have to know this formula. Okay, so they memang sangat, we call this question a very concept question. Dia soalan yang sangat asas. Okay, but the problem with concept questions is, if you don't know what this is, then memang kamu akan bingung lah. Like, apa ini? Kenapa saya macam pernah nampak ni formula, tapi macam saya tidak pernah nampak. Yeah, so that is quite often lah. Okay, it happens quite often. Okay, but this question is from statistic. Okay, a chapter that we learned last year in Form 4. Okay, moving on to the next question. All right. The mass of students in the school has a normal distribution. Okay, when you see the words normal distribution, you know which chapter we're talking about. It's probability distribution. And when you see normal distribution, you have to come up with a table. Okay, definitely must have the table already. Okay, so if you don't have the table, sorry, I don't know where's the table now, but I mean, I don't have a copy of the table, but okay, you should have now. So the mean is 54 kg and the standard deviation is 12 kg. Now just a reminder normal distribution, sometimes dia akan tulis ayat begini lah. Okay, then sometimes dia akan tulis like this. Okay, 54 and 12. I want you to know this symbol. This is a short form. Okay, ini ayat panjang lah. Mass of students in school has normal distribution with mean of 54 and standard deviation of 12. Very panjang. But sometimes the question now will give you mass of students in school follows a normal distribution dan begini saja dia bagi. Okay, and then ada ni curly di sini. Lepas itu 54 and then 12. So you have to know that this first number mewakili mean and the second number mewakili standard deviation. Okay, so please note the difference. So the mass of the students in kg when the z-score is 0.5. So let's think about it. This is very simple. You've given the z-score. The formula for z-score equals to x minus mean over standard deviation. So you get 0.5 equals to x minus 54 over 12. Okay, very, very simple kan. Sangat basic kan. So x equals to 60. Dia belum lagi suruh kamu guna itu table kan. Because they already give you the exact score, dia suruh kamu cari x sahaja. Okay, so understanding the question is very important lah. How you know that this mass of students is x? Because it's given in the question. The mass of the students in school, it has a normal distribution. So this quantity is x. Okay. Now, the percentage of students with mass more than 60 kg. So we're looking at the probability of x more than 60. Okay. So, if we follow the table method yang saya ajar. Okay, so if I follow the table method, what is the 4 things on the table? Okay, let me see. So this is x, this is z, this is more or less, less or more, and then finally the probability. So the question we want is more. Okay, now I'm going to draw the bell curve as always, just to help me. Okay, let's see, the x is 60. Okay, What is my Z score? My Z score is 0.5. Okay, you can always count again lah. But actually kan dia sudah bagi dalam soalan A. Doesn't matter. So Z is more than 0.5, positive. So positive 0.5 is over here. Sin is 0.5 and then more will be lorek. So this is baca terus. Baca terus will be 0.3065. Okay, ini saya dapat daripada jadual lah. Bila Z sama dengan 0.50, then the answer is 0.3065. Tapi dia minta percentage, bukan probability. So there is one extra step over here lah. Okay, lepas kamu dapat 0.3065, okay, just changing it to percentage is darab 100. So it is 30.65%. Sorry, 85 kan? My mistake. 3085. Oh no. Okay, my ugly number 8. Hold on. Okay. 3085, right? Should be lah. Okay, if saya silap, just bagi tahu juga. 3085, 30.85%. Okay. So this is a 4-mark question. How is it distributed? So this X equals to 60, ini 1 mark saja. Soalan ini memang 1 mark. Ini yang 3 marks. 1 mark for 0.5. Okay. 1 mark for the table, sorry, the jadwal, the drawing and the probability correct. And then 1 final mark for converting the probability to percentage. Okay. Remember, probability and percentage kan dia memang antara darab 100 dan bahagi 100 saja. Okay. Okay, alright. So yeah. Question number 16 done. Question number 17. I hope that I can finish all the questions before our time is up today. Okay, just checking to see whether there's any chats. Oh, okay, nice. 12 people. Okay, so a street soccer team of 7 players, okay, is to be selected from a group of 6 Malay, 5 Chinese, and 4 Indian students. Find the number of ways. Cari bilangan cara, okay, to form the team. Now, membentuk pasukan, form the team, then you know we're talking about NCR. Okay, we're talking about combination lah, bukan permutation lah, tapi combination. Okay, but there is a requirement, there ada syarat di sini ya, so that there are not more than 3 Indian students chosen. That means in this pasukan, there must be maximum 3 Indian students chosen. Okay, that means we're talking about 4 cases. Okay, 4 cases, 0 Indians, 1 Indian student, 2 Indians students chosen, and then finally 3 Indian students chosen. Kita mau pilih 7 orang. So that means the only important syarat is this Indian lah. Okay, yang lain semua kan campur aduk saja. Kalau Malay Chinese lah. So over here Malay plus Chinese will be 11 people. Okay, so let's pertimbangkan. Maximum 7. So if there are 0 Indians, means this team kan kesemuanya adalah Malay and Chinese sahajalah. So it will be 11C7 times 4C0. Kan sebab ada 11 Malay and Chinese, kita mau pilih 7 semua. And no Indians, 4C0. 4 Indian students, we don't want to choose 1 Indian student. 1 Indian will be 11C6 because we need to have 1 Indian. So it's 4C1. Okay. 2 Indians. Now, can you see the pattern already? Kalau sini adalah 4C2, sebab saya mau pilih 2 orang India, we have to multiply by 11C, how many? 5, kan? Sebab setakat ini, we always want 7 plus 0, 7. 6 plus 1, 7. 5 plus 2, 7. Because we only want 7 players in our team. 3 Indians. 3 Indians will be 4C3. This one will be 11C4. Okay, so notice that the top number, okay, doesn't change one, because ini adalah group 1 yang ada Malay dan Chinese, dan ini adalah group Indian. Sebab kenapa Indian? Sebab soalan ini dia minta untuk Indian lah. Okay, kalau dia minta untuk Chinese saja lain cerita. Okay, but since we only want Indian students, so we have the Indian students kasih separate. Okay, then we consider 0 Indians chosen, 1 Indian chosen, 2 Indian chosen, 3 Indians chosen, begini. So once you get all these answers, okay, then of course what do? We add them all together, okay, because we want to find the total number of ways. Okay, so this should be lah, if I'm not mistaken, this is 330, this is 1848, this is 2772, and this is 1320. So my final answer will be 6270. Okay, this will be 6270. So actually, this is a very good question because it's 4 marks, okay, for such a simple working. Okay, obviously, the final answer is 1 mark. Kalau kamu tidak dapat betul, okay, the final answer is 1 mark. Okay, and then how are the other 3 marks distributed? Okay, 1 mark for salah satu daripada ini betul. If you get 330, 1848, 2772, or 1320, I'll give you 1 mark. Okay. If you get all correct, 1, 2, 3, 4, then you get another mark. Okay. And then this one, salah satu daripada ini kamu tunjukkan, you get 1 mark. Even if you just show 1 only, I will still give you the minimum 1 mark. Okay, because you show me that you can use combination. Okay, then you layak dapat 1 markah. Now, why is it that 3 marks are given over here? Because, guys, it happens, Mungkin kamu boleh dapat ini, betul kan? Some people, dia kasi tinggal sudah begitu. Dia tidak kasi jumlahkan. They just, calculate the separate ones and then they just kasi tinggal. They forget to tambah. Other cases will be, dia buat-kan. Lepas itu, bila dia tekan tambah, dia salah tekan. So, terus dia dapat jawapan yang lain. He gets a different answer. That has happened before. Okay, so that's why there's a lot more marks given over here, just to give students a chance lah. Okay, in order to get marks, in case they cannot get the final answer correct. But of course, like I said before, if you get the final answer and you don't even do any of the working, automatically you get 4 marks lah. Okay, but don't be the hero lah. Play it safe. Because this exam is only once in your lifetime, although it's a very long year this year, this exam is only once in your lifetime. Okay, don't be such a hero and play it safe. Kononnya mau tunjuk hebat. Nobody is going to see your answer script except the examiner. So, siapa lah mau cakap kamu hebat kan? Okay, question 18. Question 18 is circular measure. Okay, so semicircle OABC with the center O. Okay. So you're given the perimeter of sector BOC is 31.72. Calculate dia punya jejari. So let's consider this. Perimeter of this whole thing, BOC, adalah yang bahagian besar ini. Okay, so the perimeter is the radius plus the radius plus this whole thing. Okay, and we know that this is, the formula is S equals to R theta. Okay, so first of all, we have to find out what the theta is lah. Okay, since this is 30 darjah, so over here will be 150 degrees. Okay, but because we want to use this formula, we cannot use degrees. We have to change degree to radian. Okay, so 150 degrees equals to 150. Oh, sorry, my mistake, not one. I mean, yeah lah, but usually we don't put the 150 first, kan? We put pi first, kan? Okay. Pi over 180 times 150. Okay. Now, just to remind you lah, how to change from degree to radian. If you want to change degree to radian, okay, put the pi on top. If you want to change radian to degree, put the 180 on top. Okay, sebagai contoh, 0.32 radian, okay, is 180, 180 over pi times 0.32. Okay, so you put 180 on top. Tapi kalau dari degree pergi radian, kita letak pi di atas. Okay, and what we will get is, we use pi as 3.142 lah. So 3.142 divided by 180 times 150. You get 2.618. 2.618 lah. Oh, you know what? I'm going to use 4 decimal places. 2.6183 radian. Okay, so we know that this one, okay, is 2.6183 R. Kita mau carilah nilai R because the length of OA is actually R also lah. Kita mau cari R. So let's put this into the 31.72. So 31.72 equals to R plus R plus, how much is this? 2.6183 R. 2.6183 R. Okay, so changing to radian is 1 mark, adding this is 1 mark. Lepas kamu kira-kira, you get R equals to 6.87 cm. Okay, no cm doesn't matter, but R equals to 6.87, you get 1 more mark. Okay, so this is a pretty simple question. Okay, just requires you to remember that the 150 degrees must change to radian. Okay, before you can put it into the formula. Of course, you have to know also lah, what's the meaning of perimeter of sector. Okay, it's a pretty straightforward lah, quite simple question. Lagipun dia 3 markah sahaja. Okay, so this is the final answer, 6.87. Alright, now we come to another question which if you ask me, I think this question is a little bit difficult lah. Okay, walaupun dia soalan 3 markah sahaja, but I actually think that this question is a little bit challenging. Okay, but because I want to discuss this entire paper, I will just discuss. If you can follow, good for you. Okay, if you can follow, good. I hope you can do more practice. But if you can't, it's okay. We focus on other topics, okay, which will help you lah. So let's start. So we have 3 to the power x minus 3 to the power x minus 2, okay, equals to 8 over 27. Okay, now there are many ways to do this. Okay, but the way that I think is the best is I split this up first lah. So it's 3 to the power x minus 3 to the power x divide by 3 to the power of 2 equals to 8 over 27. Okay, I use because the formula is 3 to the power, a to the power m divide by a to the power n equals to a to the power m minus n. Okay, so this m is n, so saya kasih divide di sini lah. Okay, divide or per. Okay, pretty much the same thing as well. Okay, so this one, okay, if I simplify this 3 over 2, I get 3 to the power x equals to, minus, okay, 3 to the power x over 9, okay, equals to 8 over 27. Okay, now once I come here, it takes a little bit of skill, but I hope that you can see that this is actually, if let's say I ganti this 3 to the power of x with a different letter, let's say saya tukarkan saya tukarkan ini kepada huruf y, saya tukar ini kepada huruf y. So I will actually get y minus y over 9 equals to 8 over 27. Now, y over 9 actually is 1 over 9y equals to 8 over 27. So this one, no number in front means the number is 1. So 1 minus 1 over 9 is actually 8 over 9y equals to 8 over 27. Okay, then we cross multiply, we will get y equals to 1 over 3. Okay, kamu bawa ini 9 ke atas, 8 ke bawah, dan kau kasih darabkan, you get y equals to 1 over 3. Now, originally, I said that y equals to 3 to the power of x, right? So, I'm going to change it back to the 3 to the power of x. So, 3 to the power of x equals to 1 over 3. Okay, and we know that 1 over 3 is actually equals to 3 to the power of minus 1. So, apa yang kita boleh simpulkan? Bahawa x sama dengan negatif 1. Technically, this is not a difficult question lah. Cuma yang menjadikannya susah adalah this one. Okay, you have to learn to see that ini sebenarnya dua adalah sama. So the number actually we can just minus begitu saja. The 3 to the power x tu kasih biar dulu. Okay, but when you can see this, and then you find that actually it's not as difficult as it is lah. Okay, cuma dia agak complicated sebab dia melibatkan banyak benda that you have learned since Form 3. So everything dikasih kumpul into this question. Okay. Alright. Let me check the chat, see if there's any questions from there. Oh, nice. There's 15 of you. Oh, sorry, 14 of you. Oh, nice. Okay. Boleh lah kan? 14 out of 多少人啊？26. 14 out of 26. Okay. Anyway, thanks to you all for responding. Okay, those of you that ask me questions on WhatsApp, you have to wait for me later lah, because I cannot answer questions on WhatsApp now, right? Okay, question 20. Given that y equals to 4 over x squared and x changes from 2 units to 2 plus m units, estimate the small changes. Now, this is from the topic that we learned end of last year, but not everyone came for the class. Okay, which is differentiation, the one that we did dy dx. Okay, and because this is a small change question, we are talking about this one. Del y equals to dy dx times del x. Okay, small change in y equals to the differentiation times the small change in x. Okay, even if the small change is m, it's still change. Okay, so what is the important information over here? Okay, x changes from 2 units to 2 plus m. Okay, the important information over here, hold on. Okay, the important information over here is that x is 2. Okay, so this is x. Okay, and 2 plus m means that the small change in x is actually m. Okay, dia berubah daripada 2 kepada 2 tambah m. So we add m. Okay, this tambah m is the small change. Okay, so here we know kita boleh gantikan huruf m. Okay, don't worry, so the question is in terms of m, so we don't have to worry. But we have to find the value of dy dx. Okay, and in order for us to find the value of dy dx, we have to differentiate this. So y equals to 4 over x squared. To differentiate this, I make it a little bit simpler for you. So y equals to 4x to the power of negative 2. Okay, so that when I differentiate this, I will get negative 2, bawa pergi depan dan darab, so it's negative 8 x to the power of, the power always minus 1, so minus 3. Okay, then I substitute the x inside, because as I said, I want my dy dx to be a value. So I need to know the value of x, which is 2. So negative 8 times 2 to the power of negative 3. Okay, and this one when I calculate, I will get the answer of negative 1. Yeah, negative 1. Okay, so very simple already. I just add the value inside here. Dy dx is negative 1 times m. Okay, and my final answer will be negative m. That's it. Okay, the estimate the small changes. Okay, so this is not really a normal question because usually they will give you a number. Okay, but the step is always the same. Okay, find the small change in x first. It must be a value. In this case, it's not a value, it's a letter lah. Okay. Then secondly, you want to differentiate the original equation and substitute the x so that you can find the value of dy dx. Okay, then you just kasih masuk dalam formula sahaja. Okay. This is a simple question lah. Actually, it's simple sebab dia punya step adalah sangat senang. The only thing that may be difficult lah is just differentiating lah. Okay, mungkin yang pembezaan itu yang susah. Okay, but the question lah, dia punya step kan memang sangat standard. First this, then this, then this, then this. Cuma kamu kena ingat lah, you have to remember the step. Okay, and how do you remember the step? You need to do a lot of practice. Okay, of course you must practice. The more practice you do kan, the better you will be. Okay, of course sometimes maybe the first 2 times or the first 3 times kan when you practice is like 1 question 1 hour. Okay, it's okay. You answer 1 question in 1 hour is always better than no questions at all. Okay, in 1 hour. Okay, so I would rather take that much time now. Okay, and you know, since you have 3 months to go, okay, I want to encourage you lah. Okay, that actually boleh itu. Okay, you just slowly dedicate yourself to answering as many maths questions as you can. Boleh. Okay, all of you have the 7 papers, right? Okay, if you can finish all 7 papers kan, then I'm pretty sure that you all can pass. Okay, question 21. Given that a curve has a gradient function. Okay, so when we say the word gradient function, okay, gradient function is dy dx. Okay, this is a hidden information. It's when you read this, you'll be like, apa ini? But you have to know. Okay, this one is you must know lah. Okay, so the gradient function dy dx is actually 3x squared x plus 1 blah 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 passes through the point 2, 0. Find the equation of the curve. All equations of the curve at your current level always start with y equals to blah 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 blah. So ini yang kita mau cari, ini yang diberi. So we want to change from dy dx back to y. So what chapter is this from? This is from integration. Okay, integration is the one where we have the this sign over here, the worm sign. Okay, so let's consider this. Dy dx equals to 3x squared and then x plus 1. Okay, now this is very difficult for me to integrate lah kan. So kita kasih darab masuk di dalam, so make it easier. 3x cubed plus 3x squared. So much easier to integrate. Kan? So y equals to the integration of 3x cubed plus 3x squared. Okay, towards dx. This one you don't write, so it doesn't matter. But this is the important one. Okay, you want to find, if you want to change dy to y, you have to integrate. Seolah-olah kan, ini d kan, bila kamu pindahkan d ke sebelah, dia akan jadi integrate. Ya, d menjadi cacing, gitu. Okay, so let's integrate this. 3x cubed. Now, if you remember, differentiation, the power is minus 1. Okay, power is minus 1. But in integration, the power is plus 1. So, 3x to the power of 4 over 4 plus 3x to the power of 3 over 3. And because this is an open integration, okay, it's an indefinite integral, open block. Indefinite integral, we have to plus c. Okay, so let's simplify this. We get y equals to 3 over 4x to the power of 4 plus x to the power of 3 plus c. Okay, 3 divided by 3 kita boleh ye je lah. Potong-potong kita dapat x to the power 3. Okay, are we done? No, we're not done because I want to know what's the value of c. How do we know what's the value of c? That's why they give you this point. You see, that's why they give you this point. So that you can find the value of c. Okay, so y equals to 0, 3 over 4, 2 to the power of 4, plus 2 to the power of 3, plus C. Then I chili chola, I will get C equals to negative 20. So my final answer is y equals to 3 over 4x to the power of 4 plus x to the power of 3 minus 20. Okay, always don't forget, if your integration is an indefinite integral, that means no number here, kan, you must plus C. Okay, because that's why they give you this point. And this point is given so that you can find the C. Okay, so let me see. This is 1 mark. Okay, finding the C is another mark, and substituting is another mark. 3 marks only lah. Okay, this one is for me lah, this is the most important mark lah. You must know how to integrate. Okay, the basic function of integration you can do one. Kalau ini pun kau tidak buatkan, tidak apa. Yang penting this 1 mark first. Okay, make sure to try to get at least 1 mark per question. Okay, by doing the first step. Okay, all right, next question. Question number 22. The points P, Q, and R are collinear. Okay, collinear. And then you're given this arrow, this squiggly, so kita tahu lah ini adalah daripada bab vector. Okay, one of our favorite chapters in Form 5. So, now, if PQ and QR, if PQ and R are collinear, and then they bagi PQ and QR, okay, this means that PQ, okay, equals to, I'm going to introduce a new letter, H, okay, HQR. Okay, so dia banyak bergantung kepada what the two vectors they give you are lah. If they give you PQ and QR, then we write it this way, PQ equals to HQR. Okay, if let's say they give you PQ and PR instead, okay, and dia tetap cakap PQ and R collinear, so you will write this as PQ equals to HPR. Okay, we write it this way. Okay, so it depends on the vectors that they give you lah. Since they give you PQ and QR, kita guna ini. Okay, so PQ equals to HQR. Okay, tiba-tiba ada banyak huruf kan? It's okay, kita kasih masuk dulu. So 5A, okay, 5A minus 3B, okay, sorry, equals to HQR is 3A minus 3 plus KB. Okay, seems very long and very complicated. But remember, vector is one of those questions, okay, where you cannot pindah-pindah. You just have to do the whole thing and then compare. Okay, compare is very important. So before we compare, let's settle this H first now. So 5A minus 3B equals to 3HA minus, I multiply the H over here, H 3 plus KB. Okay, then kita boleh compare. Okay, I'm going to use different colors to help us. So 5 and 3H is one group. So 5, apa ini? Sorry. 5 equals to 3H. Okay, so we can conclude that H equals to 5 over 3. Tapi kita bukan mau cari H lah, kita mau cari K. Okay, so let's compare the B vectors. The B vectors are negative 3 and negative H plus K, H3 plus K. So negative 3 equals to negative H3 plus K. I substitute the H over here, negative 3 equals to negative 5 over 3, 3 plus K. Okay, then I ching chong, I will finally get K equals to negative 6 over 5. Yeah, sorry, it's ching chong. Okay, so this is the final answer. So here is 1 mark. Kamu dapat H is 1 mark. Kamu dapat K is 1 mark. Okay. Now, commonly asked question is, Sir, kenapa kita guna huruf H? Okay. Actually, dia suka hati saya lah. I can use a different letter if I want. Asalkan the letter is bukan sudah kena guna lah. Janganlah kamu guna huruf A. Okay, nanti keliru kamu nanti. So use a different letter that is not over here. Can I change this to the letter M? Can. Suka hati kamu lah. Okay, doesn't matter because at the end of the day, we want to find the value of K. Okay, so if we change this to the letter M, if we change this to the letter W, W atau W lah. Cuma this one will tukar lah. Ini mungkin jadi huruf M, ini mungkin jadi huruf W. Doesn't matter. Okay, sebab markah itu diberi untuk 5/3, not the letter not important. But this letter is important. K equals to -6/5. Yang sangat penting. Okay. Alright. Last 3 questions lah. Sorry guys, I may be a little bit this one. So y equals to this one, dy dx equals to h over this one. Sorry, hx. Find the value of begini. Okay, this is a very common question. Ini selalu kena tanya di kelas 1. Okay, and a lot of students once they see this kan, then they immediately try to dy dx this. No need, people, because as I said before, if you want to change from y to dy dx, okay, the terbalik is integrate. So when you integrate hx, you actually get y. Okay, very important. So the integration of -1 to 2 of -2 hx dx. Okay, I'm going to take out the -2 so it's easier for me to see. -2 integration of -1 to 2 of hx dx. Okay, kalau kita differentiate y, kita dapat hx. Kalau kita pindahkan d ke sebelah, integrate hx, kita akan dapat y. So -2 over here, -1, 2, and what is y? 10x. Sorry. Silap. Sorry. Okay, so -1 and 2, 10x times 2x minus 4 to the power of 3. Okay, that's it. Okay, no long and complicated differentiation. You just have to understand the concept, the relationship between y and dy dx. Okay, so when we integrate this, we get this. Of course, ada -2 di depan lah, saya kasih keluarkan so that saya nampak ini hx sahaja. Okay, so when I substitute this, okay, I substitute everything. Okay, I will get the final answer as -160. Oh, actually, you know what? I should substitute now because that's the 1 mark over there. Okay, so when I substitute, I get -2. Okay, so this will be 10 to the power 10 times 2 times 2 times 2 minus 4 to the power of 3. Okay, 2 times 2. Okay. Minus 10 times -1, okay, times 2 times -1, and minus 4, 3. I got no more space already. Okay, then I close this one. So I ganti dalam betul 2 minus -1. So 2 minus -1. Ganti dengan betul satu markah. Integrate dengan betul, here is 1 mark. My final answer is -160. This is my final mark. Okay, so ini semua adalah pengiraan kalkulator. Pengiraan kalkulator kan, sebab dia no brainer, pakai kalkulator je kan. So you know, memang tiada markah selebihnya lah. This is where the 3 marks are. Okay, so notice that in AdMaths, they give you marks for things that you actually learn in AdMaths. Okay, for things that you learn in Form 3, which you now use in AdMaths, there's no marks there one. Okay, but you, of course, you must have the skill lah. You must have the kemahiran yang kamu pelajari dulu dalam Form 3, Form 2, Form 1, even in Form 4. Yeah, things like how to press the calculator correctly. All this you learn in Form 1, Form 2. So memang tiada markah di sini. You press wrong means no mark. Okay. Alright, question 24. So Desa Kindergarten started operating in 2001, and the number of students for the first 12 years was given by this formula. Okay, such as T is the number of years after 2001. Okay, Okay, so find the number of students after 5 years. Okay, kalau after 5 years means t equals to 5. So this is actually a function question, which is pretty simple. Okay, ft equals to 16 plus 7t. If t equals to 5, so f5 equals to 16 plus 7 times 5. Okay, this is 51. Okay, and because ini melibatkan yang sangat senang kan, ini memang satu markah sahaja lah. Okay, soalan A. Okay, soalan B. In which year will the number of students be 79? Okay, so we want to know FT is the number of students. Okay, the number of years is T. So we want to know FT is 79. What is the value of T? So 16 plus 7T equals to 79. So you get T equals to 9. Okay, so you find that since T equals to 9 and T is the number of years after 2001, that means year 1 is 2002 and T equals to 1 is 2002. So then you calculate out 2002, 2003, 2004, 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009, 2010. Okay, so the year is the year 2010. Okay, but let me double check lah, sebab dalam skema dia bagi year is 2009, tapi the question is very clear, number of years after 2001, not beginning 2001. Okay, so it should be 2010, but my schema jawapan says 2009, so it's very strange. Okay, never mind, I will check and then I will mark your paper later lah. All right, last question. Okay, yeah, almost there. Now, given 2 is the root of the quadratic equation, yada yada, find the value of m. This question is 2 marks. 2 marks means it's a very easy question, okay? And we find that NMATS paper 1 is like this. The easy questions, the hard questions, kan dia kasi campur-campur saja. Okay, so especially if you are like, if you're not very confident with this paper, kan, you can always look for the 2 mark questions. Sebab soalan 2 markah biasanya dia sangat senang. Of course, you have to know what to do lah. Okay. Given 2 is the root, okay, 2 adalah satu punca, which means x equals to 2. Kan? Sebab bila kita quadratic function kan, let's say x squared minus 5x plus 6 kan, equals to 0. Then kita EQN, terus kita dapat x equals to 3 and x equals to 2. Guys, ini dipanggil sebagai root. Kan? So bila kita gantikan x, kita akan dapat nilai 0. So basically, this question is telling you that x sama dengan 2. Okay, cari nilai m. Very easy, right? So 2 to the power of 2 plus m times 2 minus 18 equals to 0. 1 mark. Then you beli bala, you get m equals to 7. Another mark. Very simple question. Okay, this paper is so amazing. It starts difficult, but the more you do, especially question 24, 25, dia macam soalan senang sudah. Okay, and this is what we can expect lah. Okay, from a standard paper 1 question in admits. Okay, so well, that's it, everyone. I noticed that there are 15 people over here, 14 lah, 14 of you all. So thanks for being here today. And I will see you all in the next class lah. Okay, if you have any questions about this paper 1, wait for me to finish marking first. Saya habis tanda dulu, I return it to you. Then you compare dengan apa yang saya terangkan di sini. Okay, if you feel that you deserve a mark for a certain jalan kerja, okay, then just let me know lah. But I'm still in the middle of marking lah. So wait for me to finish marking, and then I will give it back to you. Okay. Any questions so far? Stopping the recording now.